Hello everyone, Divine Runes. I probably consider these one of the most game-changing things you can get inside Souls, if you get the right one, but these things are pretty OP. On the other hand though, they are very difficult to get sometimes. You can see me here burning through 40 of them and not ending up with any of them. But other times I have seen back-to-back or one every other one. It's all a matter of chance. I'd usually say if there was a percentage on getting one of these, it's maybe like 1 in 20. But today I'm going to go over what runes I think are best for heroes inside the game, who you should try to prioritize them on, and just give my overall opinion. So as you can see here, we're sitting on 8 divine runes. These are going to be the legendary runes with the yellow around them, and this is the free-to-play account. This is about 7 months of playing every single day, and this is where I stand with the divines. And I would say out of all 6 of these divine runes, Might of Despair is the one that's going to take the winner on this. A lot of times people ask me, what do they mean by mod or MOD? This is it right here, Might of Despair. And I would say that heroes that are going to benefit from this the most are going to be your damage dealers, even your supporters, and your healers. I'd really try to stay away from putting this on your tankers out there, but once again, that's just me personally. And there is some exceptions to this. You might think that this is great to throw on a Lilith there, but it seems out of getting 7 waves of Lilith's attack when you are full of energy, this sometimes will only give you an 8th one. So don't think like I did and like, oh man, this is going to be great. It's really not as wonderful as you think, for Lilith that is. But heroes like Kion, Lulu, Almond, even like somebody like Ken or Benzo, really all your DOT heroes can benefit from this. Now where I did say I'd throw this on just about every single hero out there if I could, besides the tankers, there is a couple of exceptions. Olga is going to be one of them with doing the 165% attack and then giving a 100% chance to have CC resistance to your heroes. It doesn't really seem like that attack is really worth putting a double on there, and we don't really need to have our CC resistance doubled on it. Adora is going to be another one that it seems like she pretty much puppets all the time unless there is some really strong CC resistance, so I don't really see her casting the puppet twice really being too beneficial. And then a hero that's a tanker that I would recommend putting on is going to be Zeke, who has that kind of same attack that's similar to Kyan's out there, but has a 60% chance to silence. I think this could be pretty beneficial to get that second chance of silencing if you don't hit it on the first. For me, running my main army as Babu, Kyan, Lulu, Lilith, and Benzel, my main focus is to get it on Kyan first, Lulu second, and then Benzel third. If I had 3 of them right now, those would be the 3 heroes I'd see him on. The next rune, which I'd probably put as my second favorite, is going to be Potential, or what most people will call Pot, not something like you boil out of or that other stuff, but at any rate, I find this one to be pretty decent, and really this works great with any hero inside the game because it's just going to make better chances of using that active in the next round. So every round, 40% more chance that you'll get 50 more energy means we can fill up pretty quickly. And I do especially love this one on Lilith here. I find that that works pretty well to make sure I'm popping that active and keep things going. But there's a couple other ones I like too, like Lulu, for example. Even Dexter is another good one. Ones that are going to supply energy to other heroes, and then obviously any hero I find works pretty decent too. But as I said, this one can be put on just about any hero and benefit from it. My third favorite is going to be Reincarnation, and this is going to be a 20% chance that a hero will revive and come back with 100% health. And just know with this one here, you can get a chain of revives. So if you go die, revive next round, if you die again, you have a chance to revive. But to me, it seems like that once you die and don't revive, the chain stops there. And this is one that I really like to use on my heroes that are on the back line and even sometimes in the mid line. So one that I find works really well again is Dexter on it. The fact that when Dexter dies, he's going to give an attack buff to all adjacent heroes, and then you bring him back in, it just makes it so perfect for going and getting that extra attack boost. It doesn't even seem like you lost anything at all. Well, I mean, technically you didn't lose anything because you just revived back in with 100% health. I have used this on my Kyan before and it worked halfway decent, but I find a lot of times when you have heroes sitting in the front row, it's a matter that when they die, they just get beat on and drop down again next round. So if you're looking for somebody just to take the aggro and pretty much soak up the damage from another hero, it's not a bad way to go, but I'd rather put some Might of Despairs on some of those frontline heroes. Now, if you do have somebody like Zagrako that's going to get extra attack percentage when they revive, I'd say still stay away from them. They revive on their own to begin with, so it's probably not the best route to go. Now, given that most of our damage dealers inside the game, we're going to be trying to throw a Mighty Despair on there, I'd say it's great to put this on your healers inside the game and even your supporters if they are ones to kind of hang out towards the mid-back rows. The next one, Survival Will. This is going to be when your HP drops below 30%, both your attack and defense are going to be increasing by 30%. And this is the one I try to save for the tankers. I think this works really well. Now, Olga, that's one that's going to be a decent one to use it on. The fact that when you drop below a certain health, your defense is going to go up anyways. So this is just an extra little addition to that. But besides throwing this on tank style heroes or our frontliners, I'd also throw it on somebody like Olga that when she drops below, I think 40% health, she's going to be doing counterattacks and healing herself. Even Fleda, for example, that's going to have increased dodge when she drops below a certain point. Yes, Fleda, we want a Mighty Despair, but we're not getting a ton of these things until you play the game for 10 years. So you got to kind of use your imagination of what skill sets would really benefit when you drop below a certain health threshold. I think Selena has one too, that when you drop below 30% health, she heals herself by 35%. I'd stay away from those ones that the second you drop below it, you're just going to get right back up from the skill. Try to use the ones that benefit from like, hey, the counter attacks, the dodge, or even do increased attack to enemies. Focus on using that for this one right here. And this is one I'm throwing on Babu. I find that when he does get down pretty low, it's enough to keep him around a little bit longer, let him get his attack out, heal himself back up, and then we're back in progress again. The next one is Regeneration of Life, and this is going to give an additional 12% health every single round to the hero that has on him. And this works just great on any hero inside the game. There's nobody I can think of that I'd say, don't put this on. It's not like it's the most awesome and craziest divine root out there, but it's still a really good one. The fact that we always need to stay alive, and this is just an easy way to kind of keep that health coming in. So if you do find a hero to throw it on, this might be somebody you want to use when going up against those DOT style heroes. Now, even though we can throw this on any hero inside the game will benefit, I try to keep this one to my tankers and stuff. Yes, I do have it on decks right now, but that's just because I swapped out 2 runes from a hero, and I just was just like, I don't really have anybody I need to really throw this on right now out of my top 5. So I got to find a spot for that. Maybe I'll throw it on Rochelle or somebody. But Grim Reaper's Grasp is going to be the last one. This is going to do an increased 20% on DOT heroes. And I put this one kind of last because we're limited on how many heroes can actually use this. I also find out of the DOT heroes, I'd much rather be using my Might of Despair on it. I think Carmen might be an exception on this once you get her past level 20 of your engraving, but still I haven't compared that of the Might of Despair versus that, but I find a lot of what this can do can be the same results, if not better, with the MOD. But this will be your Carmen, your Benzel, your Soul, even your Ken out there. I think Telfer, we got the bleed on that too, so that'll help out. I don't know about Jack yet. I'm pretty certain it's DOT, but I haven't actually taken Jack up against an Adora to see if she removes the DOT debuff, so that one's still kind of up in the air for me. But if he is a DOT style hero, then yeah, this would be another good one to throw on. And I don't believe this ever had any impact at all on HOTs, your healing over time like you get from Almon. So I'd say stay away from that too, but correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments if you know on that one. I think it's been a while since I tested it. I don't remember seeing an increase to it. But curious to know what you guys think. What runes are you putting on your top 5 heroes that you're using inside the game? And if you want to know more about the sweet event and the best way to get the most out of all of this exciting stuff inside it, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.